Hi everybody, Vida along with Brandon right now, and we are
Hi.
getting ready to make these awesome herb drying racks.
From a picture frame.
It's so awesome. Anyways, we're with Fix This. Obviously, Brandon's with Thrifty Chic Home, and our YouTube channels. We're putting information in the link below so you can see all the cool things we do on both of the channels. And this is just a great idea because I will show you what we did last year on Fix This. We made this frame, and this was a picture frame, and you can just hang little pictures on this, but the exact same concept
You
can
can
work
repurpose something.
for this. And you can even use, if you wanted to, these cute little, they're just little teeny clotheslines, or pins.
And you just clip it.
And you clip it, and then on this one you just kind of lean it against the wall in your kitchen, and you could do, isn't that awesome? So I like your idea, and I was like, oops, I've already done that. So you tell us what you did, Brandon.
Yeah.
Put this down.
Well, first, did you want to, or should we do this a little later?
Oh yeah, let's tell. Well, so what we did is last weekend we made these awesome
Lightweight concrete planters.
Yes, and we let it dry over the week. So at the end, if you want to stick around to the very end, we're going to cut this open and show you what
We'll show you how it turned out.
That's the base of it. And then I did find a way this week. I found some really large plastic, containers.
We're going to make some big ones.
We're going to make some big ones, and we're also going to color and use that cement or concrete.
Yeah, that's concrete
paint.
color.
And we're going to do that in a future segment. But today, you stick around, you'll be amazed at how cool this looks at the very end. So let's show them first about the herb rack, and it's basically any frame, depending on what you want to do. There's certain ones that stand up like on their own, like this one.
Yeah, if the frame is a little thicker, it's going to stand up on its own, and you don't need to prop it up against anything. So if that's something you want to do, just make sure you get a nice thick frame that's flat, like this one, and then you can stand it up in your kitchen, and you don't have to worry about propping it up. Now, if you get one that has not as large of a surface to sit on, then it's not going to stand up very easily. Then you want to prop it against the wall or prop it agast something in your kitchen.
But this just looks so great.
It does.
Just like that. Or you can have those little stands. You can maybe attach, like get creative and attach a little stand from the Michaels or Hobby Lobby or anything like that. Talk about the frames though a little bit, because these frames, you don't have to spend a lot of money. This is where you go to your thrift stores, your Goodwill.
Yep, that's where I got this frame yesterday. Actually, it was from one of those thrift stores.
And look around, because they have some of the colors. The tickets on the colors are like half off, so you can get something like this for $2. And
especially on Saturday. On Saturday, it's like everything is half off.
Yeah, they have those
nice.
colors, and then also you have ARC, you have the Restore. There's so many great places you can explore and have fun with this. You did more to this though. You didn't just.
I did.
Yeah.
I painted it because it was kind of a gold color, which I do like gold, but my kitchen would look a little better in black.
And used it.
I used a chalkboard paint on this, not because I want to paint it with chalk. I just like that. I like the matte kind of black look, and you can use matte paint for that too if you've got that. But I had some extra laying around.
You could take chalk and maybe write herbs in there.
Totally could.
You could get really creative with all of that. So I love this. What do you need next?
So next, I had some extra pins from one of our previous ones.
Oh, that when we did the
Valentine's Day hearts.
Yeah, that was fun.
So I figured I would just give these a try. But you did something differently. Do you want to talk about how you did yours?
Yeah, while he gets set up on his, I'm going to show you what I did on mine. I'm going to take this. Same thing. I got the frame. The first step, this had literally, it had just a horribly ugly picture in it. It has glass on the front, and on the back, every picture frame is different, but you might need just to get some pliers. You don't want to use your fingers, and just pry out what's holding the picture frame in it, and then very carefully take that glass out, because that glass can break. And then you just have your, the guts of your picture frame. On this one too, we found some spots that were kind of worn down a little bit, so we took a black Sharpie.
Oh, that's
and
a good
we just
idea.
filled it in. So you can do that too. But honestly, if I did it again, I would take that the black chalk paint, and I would put that around. I just think that would be so pretty. The next step is on the back. I'm going to turn this around and show you. I took a staple gun and just basically put staples in here. Took the twine. You can get this at the dollar store. It's really, really cheap. And then tied it in, and then strung that across. If you want to turn it around, like you said, you can use more of that twine and tie on, your herbs, or you could take these little little teeny clothespins.
They're so cute.
They're so cute, and you can get them at any craft store now. So, and they're not expensive. I mean, they're a couple bucks for a bag
For a
of a
big
bunch
bag,
of them.
yeah.
You could also, if you wanted to hang your herbs, you could also put pictures in there too. You know, so
Yeah,
this
you
is,
could change that. It doesn't have to just
Yeah.
be herbs. It could be.
maybe while you're not doing your, you know, you're taking breaks between your herbs, you can then put your
Mhm.
little, you know, get some black and white photos. It's just a great, you know, it's just a great way to present things, and it just adds like a little spice to your home.
Mhm.
So you're going to show us a different way though with
That's
their
right.
tacks. I got those tacks left a lot of marks in my fingers when we did it last time.
Oh, yeah?
I'm not the best with tacks.
Yeah, they can be dangerous. That
Yes.
little pointy part here. Yeah. So all I did for this one is I
Turn it
actually
upside
used
down this
nails
way?
on that one. So you can use nails as well.
Okay, so in
So I put
here,
nails on the sides.
so you basically, it looks like you hammered in your nails and then bent
Mhm.
them up, right?
Yeah. The only reason why I'm not using nails now is because it gets pretty loud. And,
Okay.
you know, the
So
tip.
you took a little skinny nails,
Mhm.
hammered them in,
Hammered
and
in, then I bent 'em.
Bent them up, and then you tied.
And then you
your
just tie twine. It's really very
so
simple.
Cute. I love this.
And then you're going to want to eat these within a month.
Okay.
Because if they're on this for longer than that, they're going to kind of lose their flavor.
Yeah.
But if you don't eat them all within a month, we've got a little glass jar here. You can get a glass jar like that with a little cork lid.
This is so cute. I'll find the cork lid right
Yeah,
here.
it's rolled away.
Okay.
And then you put the extra herbs inside
You
that.
want to show us how to store it in there?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, sure.
Why don't you finish that and then show us how to store it? Do you want to
Alright.
store first and then
We'll do that maybe at the very end so
Okay.
we can show.
people how to properly store your herbs?
Yeah.
So how soon, when I start drying them, how soon can I start eating them?
They dry fairly quickly depending on how much humidity is in your home, and you want to keep them out of direct sunlight. Just
Okay.
put them in the kitchen somewhere that's not in the sun. Probably at least a week
Okay.
before they're dry. Like, for example, sage will take longer to dry because of those large
Feel it
leaves.
still drying?
Yeah, but then like something like rosemary
Okay.
or thyme is going to dry much faster.
Okay.
So just feel it, and it should feel really crunchy, and it should kind of start to fall apart just with not much effort. And then you know it's dry and it's ready to be. Of course, you can eat them sooner,
Yeah.
but if you want to wait till
You
they're
want
dry,
them-
dry.
Yeah. And if you missed it, I would say it was like about a month ago, we did a video that we posted on our YouTube channel, 9news. Our like youtube.com/fixthis on how to build your own herb garden. So you can start from the beginning, build your own herb garden. He made it really cute and easy, and then you can take it and just kind of have them right next to each other.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Then you take them from the herb garden onto the herb drying rack.
Yeah, you can become extremely healthy.
Yeah.
So, and nothing's better than cooking with fresh, you know, kind of like your own.
Oh yeah, it's
You
so much
know,
more flavor.
herbs.
You
Yeah.
know, especially when you grow them yourself. Okay, so what I'm doing with this one is I'm going to kind of hide these thumbbacks in the back of the frame.
Turn it around that way and
We'll
I'll
turn
help
around
you.
this way. This is the color that it used to be, this nice gold color.
That is nice and bold.
So let's see, maybe we can get two people on this at one
Okay.
time. I'll attach them to this side of the frame, and you can attach them to that side of the
All right,
frame.
and I'm gonna go look over and see how that's framed up, so make sure viewers can see that okay.
All right.
Okay, so we zoomed in for you,
All
and
right.
then that way you can see. So show me where to put it.
So we're going to put these here.
And the beauty about this too, if you have a hard time getting it in, you can use a little hammer on it. I'm gonna
Yep.
use something to,
Got a hammer some here. The scissors.
I'm using the back of my scissors here, but if you have a hammer, oh, you have a hammer.
Got a hammer, yeah.
Okay. There you go.
Pop right in.
And then should I leave a little space for the,
For the twine,
Twine in
yeah,
there?
we could do that, or we could wrap it around the. Yeah, let's leave a little space.
little space, because I think you're gonna have to hammer it in
Yeah,
after.
so
Okay.
let's get started here. So now that we've got our two tacks in place, now you don't have to do them right across from each other. You
Okay.
could do them like diagonal if you want to get crazy with
If
the.
you're like a fancy,
Yeah. Want to get super fancy diagonal.
it in
So now
there.
we're going to.
let's maybe slide it under, there you go. Oh, here, I'll lift it for you.
There we go.
Okay, so now he's got it. If you can see, it's behind that. And I'm gonna wait till he's done tying, and then I'm gonna hammer it in. You want me to do it while you're, just like hit your finger?
Yeah, once this is tied off, there may not be too much more to
Oh,
hammer.
got it,
Yeah.
okay. So it looks like actually it fills it perfectly that way. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna do a
let's
little
try
extra
tap it a little bit. There we go.
tap. That way it's really in there good.
Yeah.
Okay,
We're gonna cut the excess off here a little bit.
got that. Now we wanna do the other side. You want it to be kinda tight, right?
You want it to be pretty tight because the herbs are gonna hang from the string, and so they're gonna pull it down anyway.
Yep, I
So it
noticed
should be
that on that
fairly
picture
tight.
frame one too. You don't wanna leave any slack.
Yeah.
You want it tight. And if sometimes it does take a second person we do have that video also on our YouTube channel, so on how to make that big frame.
Yeah, it's not gonna,
Think it's gonna work?
there we go.
All right.
That should work. If not, we can just tie it around the tack too, because it's
Yeah.
really all hidden.
Okay, so
The nice thing about doing this in the back of the frame is the construction is hidden back here.
and you can just take it in when it's, see if it slides under, it might not. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to lift it. Will you lift that up for me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to, there, I got
There
it.
we go.
I got it, okay. And now I gotta, a little tighter.
It's a fun two-person activity
It really
for a
is.
Sunday.
I mean, you can do it, but it's also fun to do with the family. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Kids love this stuff. They love seeing it. And then they can put their own. My daughter loves that picture frame because she has all her, you know, pictures with her friends from soccer in it.
Yeah, and if your kids create any artwork, if you do a large one of these,
I
you
have
can
done
display.
that.
Yeah.
We were displaying their artwork too. Or another one is they come home with a good grade.
Mm.
You take a big picture frame like that, and you actually can display, you know, their artwork from school as well as their good grades. Like when they come home and they're so proud that they got an A+. I've done that too. So
We got like gold stars growing up. We had this chart where we would put
yeah,
them
you could put gold stars
in.
on.
It was so exciting being able to put a gold star by your name.
It is. We've done that. Okay.
That's nice and tight. That's perfect.
I tried the gold star eating veggie gold star thing. You know. Okay. Here we go. That didn't last too long. Okay. So there you go. You've got your first one in, just like that,
Mhm.
and that's really neat. Do you
Yeah, and I
want to show
like the way the black looks with the twine. It's
Yeah.
a nice contrast.
Yeah.
So we can show
And
how
if
to.
you don't like this and it's sticking out, you could wrap a little more twine around and
Yeah.
just, here, I'll give you an idea right here. You can get so creative with things you like, or you can take some of that spray paint those as well.
Yeah, you can paint them black,
But
or
you
just
could-
use black tacks.
You can just hold that up for me,
Oh yeah, sure.
and I'll just do this.
You know what would look cool too? Copper tacks. If you can find those with
They
black,
do, yeah,
copper and black.
we have some.
I like copper in a kitchen. It's a really nice
Mm-hmm.
color for kitchens.
So see, I just added some more here.
Oh, nice.
And you could just twine around that. So you really, it's all preference. It's what you like. That's the beauty about these. You pick out the frame you want, and then you can pick out, let's tie this on this side, and then you can pick out what you want to go with it. And then like we said, you can change it up. You can have your herbs, or do we say herbs?
I think we say herbs.
No, I'm saying herbs. I'm kidding.
They may say herbs
People like
elsewhere.
cashew. No, I don't think anybody says herbs. Okay.
I think English people say herbs, don't
Oh, they
they?
do? I don't know.
Herbs,
If you're
like
English,
that.
let us know, because we don't know.
We're not sure.
So look at that. So you've got the twine right there. So you've got a little variety there too, sticking
Looks
out.
really nice.
Do you want to show us how to tie the
Yeah.
herbs
So
on?
how to tie the herbs.
Okay.
So we're gonna take a little bit of twine here, and then you don't need very much for this because you're just tying them in bundles.
Okay.
So let's take some of our rosemary. Mm.
That smells
Love
so
rosemary.
good. Is this from that little garden you had when you came in? That one day? Oh, that smells good too.
It is not.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you just have-
yeah. I had
Figure
some
out-
extra herbs. You can get if you don't have the herbs that you've grown, you can get them from grocery stores.
So maybe bring it over here because I think we might be zoomed
Oh,
in.
yeah,
So
we're
here, I'll
zoomed
pull
in.
this out of the way. I haven't checked lately to see if it's zoomed in.
Okay, so you're gonna want to take some. So be conscious of how tall they are in here.
Oh, wow,
So
yeah.
if we want to do multiple rows, then we're gonna have to make these a little bit shorter. But
Okay.
for this one, we could just do one row. Since we
So when you
have
trim
those.
your herbs, I notice you have a little bit of slack there. Do you want that, or do you want, have you got a little extra of the stem? Can you trim it down to make it a little shorter?
You can, yep.
Okay.
You can. So maybe we'll do that. So let's see here, and you can still use some of the rest of that. So let's trim it down. So you still need a little space to attach the twine.
Okay.
So we'll trim it there, and then
There
we've
you go.
got.
So you can do multiple. Like you'd have like a bunch of little ones. That's really, it's almost like art.
Right.
Herb art.
Herb art. Herb art,
Herb art as some would say.
as some would say.
As some would maybe not say.
Okay, so we have, maybe we'll take these 3 little pieces like this,
Okay.
and you just want like a little bit of the stem so you can tie on here. So we're gonna do that.
I'm gonna double check and make sure you're in frame, so I'll be right back. Look, you're good. She got it. Raquel took care of you. She's got you perfectly
Okay.
set up.
And you want it nice and tight,
Okay.
because as the herbs dry, they're gonna shrink a little bit.
Okay.
So if it's not really tight, they might fall off. So get it nice and tight. So I always do double knots for
Got
good
it.
measure.
Yep.
Alright, and then it's really, really quite simple. All we have to do is you're gonna thread it through like a shoelace like that.
And we're gonna turn around the other way so people can see how you tie it.
Yeah.
Right there.
So you can just do a double or single knot. Single knot's probably fine.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, because it's not gonna.
They're
Since it
light.
weighs so
Yeah.
little, yeah. We're gonna do that, and we're gonna cut the slack off here. And so really, I mean, you could do this in just a few minutes.
That is so cute. That looks great. So
And
it's
then a
like
nice
little
tile
bundles.
backsplash. That's gonna look really, really
I
cool.
love that. Okay, so we showed how to do that. You also showed it on the other one. Let's show people how to, once they're dried, let's go through talk through once again how long we should dry this. You should let it dry for at least a week.
At least a week, usually about 3 weeks.
Okay.
Especially before you store it in a container, because they need to be completely dry before they go into a container, because if there's any moisture in them at all when they're in the container,
Okay.
they could grow mold or something.
But you don't want it to go too long. You want it to go a maximum of about a month. So the
Yeah.
sweet spot is between 3 weeks and a month.
In a month, yeah,
Okay.
because after a month, you're going to want to store them because they're going to start to lose their flavor. They might start getting dusty, you know, so.
Yeah, that would be good.
No, you don't want-
Nobody likes dusty herbs.
No.
Okay, so show us what to do once you
Okay.
take them off and how to store them.
So, I'll remove one of these. It's a little easier to get it stored once you've taken it off the thing.
All right, and you got this at a craft store?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you can find these at craft stores. You can get all different sizes. You know, if you're doing a lot of herbs, you can get taller jars. Okay. So then you'll want to do this over a plate so you don't lose any of the excess herbs when you're breaking these off. But you don't want any of the stem.
You do not want the stem at all.
Really for
Okay.
any herbs. And this is I think this is thyme. So you're just gonna they break off really easily here.
Just put them in there. There
They
you
break
go.
off and then they go into the jar.
And then these are ready to use. These are ready
And they're ready to put on
And
pizzas.
they're organic. You made your own. You say they taste so much better.
I think they do,
Yeah.
yeah. Just try to avoid getting the stems in there.
Yeah, because you don't want stems in your pizza
No, you don't.
or your pasta. Not good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at that. That's awesome.
Yeah, so then once you've filled it up, you've got this jar here full of herbs, and then you just keep a cork on it so you can keep the moisture out.
And you could also, these probably are just like great gifts to,
Oh, yeah.
people in your life. Because it's something you did yourself, it's DIY, and it's just what a fun gift.
Yeah, and I would keep that in that jar for probably up to a year,
Okay.
and just make sure you use it within that time because they lose their flavor over time.
Okay. I know we went through this last time when we went through the herb garden, but talk about when you are cutting your herbs off of your herb garden, where you want to cut them. So give me an example as to where it is relative to your herb garden.
Sure.
Or
So,
does it matter?
it doesn't. Well, I guess it does. Okay, so it matters depending on if you want the plant to keep producing or not.
Okay.
If you've just already got these stems, then it's a different approach. But if you want the plant to keep growing new herbs, then you don't want to cut more than usually about 20% off of the plant at a time.
Got it.
Because you don't want to shock the plant too much, and you want to leave some extra green there so it can keep growing. But if you just have the stems, then with almost every single herb, it's pretty much the same. You remove the leaves. This is if you're eating fresh herbs, of course.
Okay.
You just remove the leaves, and you always leave the stem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
And then if you're preparing them for a drying rack, just make sure you have enough space on the stem so that you can tie your twine to. And then just be conscious of how tall the herb is and how many layers of strings you want to be doing on that. So it
That's
fits.
really good advice. Okay, so now the moment that the people have been waiting for that watched last week, we'll move our herbs out of the way, and you get to open up our concrete. Lightweight. It is lightweight because you would think something like this would be really, really heavy.
Yeah, because it's really thick. I mean,
No.
that's some thick concrete there. It should be a lot heavier.
And we have this on our YouTube channel, 9news.com/ fix this, and our YouTube channel there, as well as it's information where you could get to Brandon's YouTube channel as well.
All right, so we put some cooking spray in here so it would pop out a little easier.
Yes.
But
I'm going to peel this one off.
it's kind of rigid, so I'm going to get it started here with this scissors.
I'll try to. This one popped right off. This one was the brie cheese top, and we made a base. We let it dry a good week just because I didn't do anything with it. I'll sit on my desk. But, you said within a couple of days with this project, you can take everything off. Actually, you could almost leave this on the bottom.
Yeah, they don't need too long to cure.
Look how cute that is, that you can see on the bottom.
That is cute.
Yeah,
Got your brie cheese container.
I do.
Alright, so it comes off fairly easily. I also, when we made this, I used like a cardboard form, and that of course comes off really easily.
Okay.
Just make sure you don't use anything too rigid like we talked about last week, because then it's,
You need to cut it off.
you need to be
Then
able
have
to cut it
throw
off,
away.
yep.
But, like I said, I found those large planters at the Restore, and they're plastic and they're big, and things like that would be hundreds of dollars. So we're gonna, in the next Public Works Fixes project, show you how to make large versions of those. That's
Mhm.
so pretty. And we're gonna also try out, we're gonna test out that paint, you know, the coloring paint, so you can get maybe a little color. But there you go. Are you
Yeah.
are you gonna plant something in there?
Sure, we got some soil here.
Okay. Abracadabra.
I always have soil.
I know.
Soil and concrete.
You should have like a little, what are those, the packs with soil?
Oh yeah, the fanny pack.
A fanny pack, bring it back in style for soil. There we
A
go.
little soil, and then I have
Soil
some
in there.
plants too. They're teeny plants.
You just happen to have some plants here too.
I have some plants.
Wanna grab a whole one? Do you wanna pull it up?
This one's a little drier, so this one should work.
Awesome. And now you can plant, you could almost even plant your herbs in here. That's so cute. There you go. Love it. Great job.
Yeah, that turned out really nice. Well,
It
you
really
did
is.
it, so really it's great job for,
Well, you helped me.
great job to
You
Vida.
kinda set it up and I just used a spoon.
And it's so lightweight.
Wow, it's awesome. And you said you don't really need to put a hole in the bottom because the water absorbs.
You don't, yeah, it's breathable, so it doesn't need a hole in the bottom. Yeah.
Okay. Well, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channels. Of course, we're going to put all that information in the description below. And we're coming up with ideas for next weekend. So we'll definitely keep you posted on all of that. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.
Bye.